Hey guys, Papier is back with another video. And today I want to talk about YouTube. Because I think, through YouTube I actually stay connected to the world, I feel like a bit. Because, like for example, I don't watch the news or anything. And a lot of times I'm just on my own, and sometimes my girlfriend comes. So I think, especially to not get bored and to stay thinking about certain topics. Like yesterday I was watching things about the population collapse, and these things really interest me, like how people now are getting less children, and slowly the world population, it's still growing, but this what's it called, in the next 100 years, not a decennia, but I forgot the English word for this, 100 years. Yeah, it's gonna be the top of the highest population that's ever on this earth will be reached, and after that it will start to decrease. At least that's how people think what will happen. And for me it's really interesting topic, guys. I was I'm like really like, wow, okay. So this will be our future. And also some things like conflicts or global warming, all these kind of things. Like it's kind of interesting. Like if there like really be some large scale problems on the world that we need to solve as humanity and things like that. Yeah, it's kind of interests me sometimes. But I think most of all, also what I learned from YouTube is to stay away from like alcohol, smoking, drugs, too much video games. It's also a thing I learned from YouTube, guys, because you can really see like people talking about it and different opinions, and sometimes you just see certain people who like influence you a bit, and you're like, okay, I want to be like them. Because before I wasn't thinking like, okay, I really need a six-pack, because I in my life I actually had a six-pack before, and I feel that time, but I think also my plan wasn't so great. But that time I just didn't feel well, and I was hungry all the time. But I think maybe I also cut way too fast or something like this, you know. Because I actually read some more literature online also, and they say like, your testosterone production is just better if you have this low body fat percentage, and you feel better. I also feel like when I see those people talk, they have really made it in the gym with their fitness goals and stuff. It really feels like they have more energy and they are more masculine and things like that. So I think there's really some big truth to that. So that's also what I'm doing now. And another thing, like what I was saying with smoking, drugs, and alcohol, and all these kind of things. I think there's some people who are promoting that on YouTube, but it's not a lot, guys. I think most of the time people are talking about the problems of it, and they're also talking about how they get rid of it in their lives, and they're now living a much happier life. So actually I also think there's some truth to it. Yeah. And also I think the good habit that I have learned from YouTube is just to drink water only, and not to drink anything else, because I feel like, sometimes I also have doubts about it. Like some people say, oh, you should drink so sometimes also coffee sometimes, or I don't know what else to drink. But I feel like just water is the healthiest drink you can get, guys. And I also think like, my life improved a bit since I drink only water. So I don't know. I don't know why you should want to drink something else besides water, because water is just the healthiest. At least, at least in my opinion. I think for food, it really depends, guys. And food is also like a topic that for me, I really wanted to study, guys. I really wanted to study food because I feel like there's also definitely some things to win in the way you eat. So I think there's definitely some foods that I could eat to live healthier. I think that's definitely a true statement. But yeah, I think for food there's a lot of controversial, conflicting, different knowledge about this. So people say different things, and people also have different kind of ideas about different foods and stuff like this. So for me, it's like just for me, I just keep it like very simple. Like if the foods that you know, like obviously are not the healthiest. They just I just don't eat them. But for the rest, I just eat yeah, a variety of foods. I think that's what everybody else does. I think also I also think there's no like perfect food or perfect way to eat. But yeah, guys. So actually, I'm quite happy with YouTube, even though I feel like I spent too much time on YouTube, especially now. I still think that yeah, each day or yeah, each at least period, I learn some things new, guys. So I think to stay motivated and sometimes it's also quite good because yeah, maybe it's kind it's kind of like visualizations. For example, you want to have this fitness body. If you just keep watching other influencers, you kind of you kind of get reminded of what you can get, and yeah, these speeches. Sometimes you have people with really strong speeches, like where you have to get jacked in 2025. And what kind of problems you won't have anymore when you get jacked. I feel sometimes I just watch these kind of videos to just stay motivated and really get jacked this year, guys. Because, yeah, I think as a man, it's yeah, it's like quite important because not only it will boost your confidence, but I think it will also like boost your social skills. Because people will just look up to you more, and you will kind of get rid of this invisible line. Because that's also a topic I wanted to talk about today, guys. The invisible, because I was also watching this guy called Ho Math. It's also funny, guys, to watch his videos because he is also describing actually how women see most men just as ghosts, like they don't even exist. And I feel like it's not only women, I feel like it's men also. I feel like if you're just an average Joe, then people will see you as just, okay, you're someone, but you're no one, you know? It's like, I think especially in this society, because it used to not be like that. It used to be like, especially, I think maybe it's also because I'm from a smaller community. If you just entered a place or you're just with some group, they kind of, maybe they kind of don't respect you highly, but they respect you to the point to see that you exist, and they want to say something to you and just ask how you're doing and how is life, and just maybe talk a little bit. But especially, I think maybe also when you get in larger communities, I feel like the world is also quite a large community, guys. That it's also hard to get into like a small community. You can get you can get into small communities. For example, if you want to do martial arts, I think it's a good way. I think most guys should do some kind of martial arts just to get into some kind of small community that's maybe not their work. Yeah, I think at work also. Yeah. I think maybe at work you will get still a little bit respect because you're just there so long, and maybe you just have one two colleagues where you can get a little bit of connection with. I'm not saying like that, guys. I'm not saying that, okay, all of people will see you as an invisible ghost. But a lot of time, I just feel like that, guys. I feel, it's also because I think, especially here in Holland, I think people also just spend a lot of their times in their homes. So most people they connect with is just the people that they are seeing in their homes, guys. So it's not really, yeah, it's just it feels it feels like the moment you leave the house, you're just a ghost doing the thing. For example, going to the gym and then just doing your exercises, and nobody really sees you. But yeah, I think for certain people, I think there is some line. For example, if you book a lot of progress, and if you're a guy, and if you're really this jacked, muscular guy, then I think people will come up to you more and start talking to you. Yeah, I don't know, guys, because I also see some guys there that are actually a little bit more muscular, and they also I feel like they're not talking to anyone, but. Yeah, at least you can kind of get more confidence because I feel like this social engagement is kind of yeah, maybe there, or maybe it's like maybe I'm also like jealous of sometimes some girls coming up to certain guys in the gym. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's happening in my mind, but yeah, I feel like I feel like it's just good to build up some, yeah, a little bit of status. And I think the way to build up status is just the way you look, guys. So, and to increase the way you look, you better get jacked, guys. You just, yeah, look way better. I feel like sometimes people are also thinking like they just put this dad butt, and maybe if people are fat, they are more funny. Sometimes they also say like that. So these kind of things. But I think it's really ridiculous because first of all, I think most people that are fat, they also just feel low on energy, and I think that they're also a lot of the times they're just people that yeah, people feel naturally repulsed by them, you know. So yeah, whew. Yeah, I think I'll I also feel like I really watch a variety of content on YouTube, and sometimes things get really interesting. I think especially I think also business related stuff is getting a little bit more interesting to me because yeah, I think people, especially especially those online influencers, they really built a lot of ways of just technical skills like video editing and things like that. Just little bits of things, and they also know how to. For example, yesterday I just watched a girl who set up a business plan. Like, and for me, I also didn't study business, so for me, even like making a business plan, I don't know how to do this kind of things. So yeah, I'm not interested into starting my own business as well because I think in Holland, I think those people are called ZZP'ers, and they make a little bit more money, but it's also like a lot of administration, and things can go wrong, and and yeah, from what I hear my father sometimes talking about these kind of things is that it's like yeah, it feels like you cut yourself on the finger because the government just made so many rules, and yeah, you just have to. It's sometimes a lot easier to just find a 9 to 5 here in Holland. So that's also what I'm just trying to do. I think the 9 to 5s. It's not like I don't feel like the 9 to 5s here in Holland are as bad as they are in America, and also I feel like it's for me. It's just yeah, sometimes it's even nice to work because you meet a lot of colleagues there. And if you just stay at home working on your own business, or I don't even know what kind of business then I want to work on, you get more more lonely. and it's the thing you want to get out of. So see you in the next video.